Ja, moin, neue Folge Technomancer. Wir gehen mal hier noch Missionen erledigen. Und zuerst zum Scott Seeker. Also, ob es da eine Nebenmission gibt. Mal schnell gucken, wie richtig ich bin. Ja.
My boy, I have a favor to ask you. I've lost something.
Jetzt muss ich nochmal absichern. Ich hätte ihn zuerst fragen sollen.
What'd you lose?
I mentioned one thing. Oh, I am sorry. In fact, it's about a friend. Charles? You remember Charles? No, you can't remember. Silly me, you never met him. Anyway, Charles is a friend. A scientist co-worker. He was way more successful than I must say. So, he's a friend, and I lost him. It looks like he disappeared, and I am a bit worried. I know that he was doing some sensitive research. Important. Maybe he ran into problems because of that. Anyhow, it's hard to tell.
How do you want me to find him?
He has an assistant. Very nice. She used to make delicious pastries. Unless I'm mixing her up with someone else. Anyway, he had an assistant. I'm pretty sure.
I'll go find her. She must know what happened to him. And if she does, it'll turn out the professor is just at a conference somewhere.
Maybe. It's true I don't get invited to conferences as often as I used to. It's rather unfair. I used to love the cocktails they serve.
What do you know about the exchange?
I am not really into tourism, you know. I think that it is better to ask someone else if you are looking for specific information on a neighborhood. All I can say is that back when I used to go there, it was a commercial neighborhood.
What can you tell me about the slums?
That's where the true Ophir is. That's where I have my clinic, you know. Of course, you know. I love
Wir sind doch in den Slums.
Very lively, and you can find everything a poor doctor needs. Bars, patients.
I can see your interests are very specific.
You're not going to lecture me knowing that you yourself take focus drugs and other crap regularly. And it's too late in my age, anyway.
What do you know about the source?
Bah! What do you want me to say? You know the place better than I think. That's where the political centers are. Your barracks, the Technomancer's chapel, and all those buildings that are our corporation's pride. It is quite a cold place. I must say that it's not my favorite neighborhood. You feel tiny in it.
You know Colonel Victor?
That awful man. He looks like he swallowed a lightning rod. Maybe that's the case for all I know.
Scott, you know that everybody says he's dangerous.
Oh, very much so. A man so consumed by ambition and obsessed with power always ends up being dangerous. You mean for me? What do you want him to do with an old crazy man like me?
You know my master Sean well, don't you?
Well, it's a strong word. I know him, of course. I saw him during all those years I came to visit you. We would talk sometimes. He likes you a lot, you know. I think that he has great hopes for you. He's also very bitter. He bears a grudge against our corporation, and I don't know why. I think that it was because of the appointed couple policy imposed upon the Technomancers. He must have had a frustrated love story, that boy. I hope that he did not give you bad ideas. Abundance has shortcomings, but it is up to us to fix them. And it remains undoubtedly the best of all corporations.
Schauen, ob ich dem etwas abknüpfen kann.
Unfortunately, this is beyond my skill level.
Ja, ich habe kein Skill-Level. Team brauche ich nicht zusammenzustellen. Charles Seekers Labor, das gehen wir doch schnell. Ob wir hier den Weg der Slums nehmen oder hier? Oh, können wir kämpfen? Yes! Sind das Führige? Wer kämpft da? Batman? Das sind Frauen, oder? Das ist wahrscheinlich so eine Räuberin oder sowas. Hier ist ein Dead End. Da ist immer irgendetwas Wertvolles zu holen. Oh. Juhu. Ich glaube, ihr Job ist auch nicht der geilste hier. Hier gehe ich wieder rauf zur Börse. Aber wir schauen natürlich schnell wegen ein paar Case. Unsere Ausrüstung vielleicht mal noch verbessern. Was ist denn hier? Das schauen wir uns auch noch zuerst an. Juhu! Ah, kämpfst du? Ja, kämpf. Das ist der Fehl hier. Kill es mir noch hier. Ich muss mal weg. Oh, Moment, Pause. Jetzt, wie kann ich... Gesundheit? Nein! Ich bringe jetzt Gesundheit wieder drauf hier. Ja, weil ich heile, aber irgendwie... Ich bediene das mega miserabel. Weil auf Pause kann ich es irgendwie nicht verwenden. Komische Bedienung. Eigentlich nur einen Heiltrank wollen. Natürlich muss ich alles wieder neu machen. Warum auch nicht? Jetzt muss ich schauen, wie geht das, wenn ich so und dann Dreieck, links 2 Dreieck, dann kann ich heilen. Warum das im Pausenbildschirm nicht geht, ich weiß es nicht. Würde ich die gar nicht kämpfen, wenn ich nicht anfange. Mal den hinter mir geben, aber irgendwie kann ich den Gegner nicht wechseln jetzt. Oh, ausweichen, ausweichen. So, heilen. Heilen. Gut. Ich schaffe es nicht, über den herzulaufen. Hackbein. Könnte ich einem Kollegen anlegen, höchstens. Jetzt sind da zwei genau beieinander, oder? Wie komme ich an zweit her? Gar nicht. Du bist du fremd? Darf irgendwie nie rein. Oh, die redet mit mir.
Hey there, I'm looking for Charles Seeker. You know where I could find him?
And you are?
Zachariah Mancer. Professor and I have a mutual friend who's worried about him.
I know the feeling. Haven't seen him for days. I'm Veronica Seeker, the professor's assistant. I got a message informing me he had taken an impromptu vacation, but it's not like him. He didn't even like to sleep, said it just wasted time. Even more than likely in the middle of the research he was doing.
Ich probiere mal mit Charisma.
Yeah, seems a bit off, doesn't it? Professor was supposed to start some research with a friend of mine as well. I'm sure he'd already started work on it before leaving. You know anything about it?
I, of course, know the subject of his
Super.
but as the one you're interested in has yet to be completed or published, I can't help you.
If you're concerned the
Verbockt.
message wasn't really from the professor, did you report his disappearance?
To the authorities? Of course not. The authorities, Mr. Mancer, have far more pertinent issues than this, which I am sure will work itself out in time. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Jetzt ist sie natürlich zickig, oder? Das hat
It's a
höhere
damn shame.
Chance.
I have to admit, I would have loved to meet the man myself. Heard so many great things. Even read his work in genetics regarding the origins of the primo-selfia earthlings with abundance. Brilliant man.
And the truth is, he would have been just as interested in meeting you. Technomancers fascinated him, though I'm fairly certain he'd never met one who had ever read his publications. I'm afraid the professor's vocal railings against the ASC and their ceaseless power grabs might have finally come back to bite him. He would even preach to his colleagues and the listeners at conferences. I would give anything to be wrong, of course, but hope is oftentimes incongruous with reality we must come to face.
Jo, reinkomme ich sowieso nicht. Das wär's dann schon gewesen.
That's one good-looking
looking woman. Too bad she's only got eyes for it, Professor. Seems so sad. Lieutenant.
Das sind wir gerade gewesen.
The captain never discussed it. It's not our order.
Das
I've been
noch
working on
anschauen.
something that'll help us in the long run. Something really important. I don't know how it's connected to this, but it is. You're gonna have to trust me.
Oh, I get it. You just want to solve
Da sind wir ja auch gewesen.
I got your back, Lieutenant.
Muss ich jetzt zu ihm hier? Warum zeigt es mir den nicht an? Ich muss zu Scott. Ich müsste auch wieder so eine Markierung haben. Vielleicht bekomme ich die Markierung nur, wenn die Mission gemacht ist. Ich müsste wahrscheinlich noch gar nicht mit ihm reden.
Hello, my boy. How are you? Nothing broken, I hope.
I'm sorry, Scott. You were right to worry about your friend. According to his assistant, it seems that he had problems. He was quite critical of the corporation. You know how dangerous it's been lately.
How crazy he was. He should have just stuck to his research. How foolish to meddle with politics. He was a very good researcher, you know? He made real progress on the settlers' genetic origins. How sad. And that poor woman must be worried, sick. Listen, I thought... Anyway, maybe you could...
What's going on?
I know that I'm asking a lot from you, but I was wondering if maybe you could continue to investigate. You are someone important now. You know a lot of people. They can tell you if Veronica's suspicions are justified.
I can probably talk about it with my captain, or tap into some contacts in the know.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I want to be sure, you see. I think that you need to recover his latest research. I strongly believe that, besides what he said, he found something dangerous. The ASC, they're thugs. We must not allow sensitive scientific research to fall into their hands. The risks are too high.
I'll see what I can do.
Ja, vielleicht auch nicht die Sinne da.
Give me Charles's documents willingly. She's very protective of her boss's work.
Ja, ob das so gescheit ist, jetzt dem anderen seine Forschungsunterlagen zu klauen, oder? Ist das eine gute Idee? Opposition kann man noch ermitteln. Hier ist noch einiges. Wir sind noch lange nicht fertig hier. Okay. Ja, wir machen zuerst den Job hier fertig. Wieder eine neue Stufe. Für keine Flüssigkeitsregeneration, für den Strom. Das ist eher für einen Kollegen, oder? Hackenbeil, aber da haben wir auch keinen, der diesen Stil kämpft. Schild. Ja. Passierschein. Worry, ich muss dort Ego verhandeln, das ist perfekt. das? Das sollte ich eigentlich haben. Ah, man kann das dann nochmal upgraden. Ja. Sehe ich erst jetzt. Das kann nicht, wie man Elektrofaust macht. Was ist das? Ich möchte gerne das mal ausprobieren. Ah, das ist einfach eine Lampe. Okay. Was haben wir noch? Sprengfallen. Hier, Elektrofaust. Magnetrüstung. Ich skille da Sachen auf, die ich irgendwie nicht brauche. Ich könnte die mal fixen, das habe ich auch nie gebraucht. So. Wir gehen nochmal zu ihr und probieren an die Forschungsarbeiten herzukommen. Bin ich da richtig? Hier.
Veronica, I need a favor. I'm looking for access to the professor's compiled research documents. Might be a big help to me.
So, jetzt haben wir sicher nicht einfach gehen.
If he came back, I don't think he'd be too pleased to find out I handed it away. You ever find out what happened to him?
Still looking for leads. Just finding dead end after dead end.
Kann natürlich sein, dass seine Kollegin an seine Forschung will herkommen.
I know better. That man could never relax. Let me know if you hear anything, will you?
Ja. Wir lassen das irgendwie. Ich habe kein gutes Gefühl dabei, wenn der vorkommt und der andere Forscher hat ihn einfach beklauen. Wir haben da geholfen dabei. Nicht gut. Gar nicht gut. Ich kann das immer noch irgendwann mal machen. Da rein gehen wir mal noch nicht. Interessiert mich gar nicht. Aber hier wollen wir mal her. Was die Opposition macht.
I can't take this anymore. I don't even have enough to feed my kids. My job beats a damn 40 more than my own family.
Keep your mouth shut. You wouldn't be the first to moan and end up sleeping under the sun the next day.
I know, but how am I gonna survive?
Sell your diner and work for someone else. If you want to play it safe, live another day.
Das geht mir, glaube ich, nicht so gut. He?
Good day. Care for some merchandise, officer?
Nee.
I need information.
Don't we all? Unfortunately, I'm just a simple merchant who spends her day here, selling her goods, and probably knows little of anything that would interest you.
I need information.
Don't we all?
Sie will nicht. Räubermaske. Aber ich habe kein Räuberbild, also.
Hello there. Feel free to browse.
I'm looking for a little information. Maybe you could help me.
If it's information regarding my merchandise, I'm a fountain of knowledge. If it's in regards to anything else, I'm afraid I have.
Bye.
Later.
Hoffentlich hat jetzt auch nicht gutes Zeug gehabt. Irgendwo muss doch eine Info sein. Wahrscheinlich gleich die Gruppe anrufen.
Yeah, the guards aren't working overtime to get rid of him either. Almost got caught by a school of jellyfish the other day. Didn't think the score was worth more than my life, so I did.
I've seen one of those filthy creatures from a distance. Heard they're poisonous. I came face to face with a locust once.
Die zwei wollen keine Info rausrücken.
There's bound to be many.
Er auch nicht. Die auch nicht.
Hey, I know you don't mind helping out the police when you can, so I just want to know if you've seen anything lately. Groups gathering, people acting suspicious.
We're in the slums, officer. This is Anton Rogue's world. More people than not around here are acting suspicious.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking more about anyone who may be looking to herd abundance. Folks not fans of the regime. Rumors are going around some rebels are planning an attack.
Fucking assholes. Hell, they can't just leave well enough alone. Nah, I mean, I heard something about fellas talking angry, talking about meeting up, but other than that, nothing specific.
All right, thanks.
Hello there. Feel free to browse.
I'm looking for a little information. Maybe...
If it's information regarding my merchandise, I'm a fountain.
Bye.
Later.
Serum? Serum for the poor?
I need some sensitive info about a certain group of citizens.
I don't know what you're talking about. All I want is a little serum.
Come on. I'm sure that you see everything that goes on here. I'm looking for people plotting an awful attack. You've heard people talking about sabotage from someone named Bulgakov?
No, not right off, but maybe, you know, a bit of serum might help jog the memory. Help me remember. You know.
Here.
Thank you, my lord. Yeah, those saboteurs, citizens that you're looking for, they often get together to talk, looking shadier than bulls at a china shop, and the name Bulgakov is always a hot topic. I don't know what they're plotting, but they talk, and always more or less around the same spot. Not too smart, in my opinion. They're always hanging out in front of the curiosities. It's not very discreet to meet in front of a bar, huh? Anyway, that's their problem. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to get some food.
Those terrorists aren't even hiding. Meeting up right in front of the curiosities? You really think we're morons? Or maybe they're the morons. Anyhow, we should keep an eye out. If those people are able to drop a bomb in a city like this one, it means they lack any human compassion. They're probably ready to do anything in the name of their ideas.
It's possible. The best way to get what we want from them is to be discreet. Those fanatics don't talk easily when you interrogate them directly. Move out, quietly.
Yes, Lieutenant. You're right, Lieutenant. Oh, sorry. I was supposed to keep quiet.
So, dann schauen wir mal, was hier noch für Typis kommen.
Make the slightest move, you're a dead man. Come on, guys, let's get him!
In meinem Team kein Problem. Ob ich die auch aufsteigen? Ich könnte ein bisschen Serum brauchen. Jetzt mal in meine Kiste ein bisschen Sachen ablagern. Irgendwie gibt es nicht mehr so viel Serum. Ja, schon. Seeschein, jetzt haben wir schon 2. Das wäre Mord, hä? Irgendwie bin ich auf der falschen Seite, oder? Da wäre hier hin. Aber da komme ich. Oh, ich kann knacken, gell? Super. Geil. Also wie, fast wie magische Fähigkeit einsetzen.
I need to know something. Alright. Say, Lieutenant, I'm behind you. Anything goes down, I got your back.
Die droppen kein Serum mehr. Es würde mich so reizen, die auszublüten. Hey, ich sollte das gar nicht knacken. Ich gar nicht Schlossknacker erweitert. Kommen wir. Da wo. Da geht es hier rauf wieder. Müsste ich mega die Slums untersuchen, aber ich weiss nicht, wo ich schon überall war.
Look what the cat dragged in. A prodigal son. A diamond in the rough, risen from poor street trash to the godlike ranks of Technomancer. Now tell me, why am I so lucky to be in your presence?
Professor Charles Seeker. I'm looking for what happened to him. What can you tell me?
The dangers of having a mind. Of using it, and especially of speaking it, I'm afraid. His research and political opinions push the line, and patience of some. Funny how smart and wise don't always go hand in hand. That said, word is he boarded a train. Not so much a pleasure trip. More like a forced hiatus given the military escort and the colonel's re-education camp he was bound for. No matter the power of the mind, the power of a gun always seems to gain the upper hand in the end, don't you think?
I'm looking for a caravan of merchants. They were supposed to be in the exchange. Word is they were escorted to the slums, and you may know something about it.
Yeah, rude little men. My town, my streets. Uninvited competition who lack even the common decency to offer a little token of grace in exchange for their presence. If you're ready to settle their debts, I'd be happy to usher them back home.
These merchants were involved in some outside business that requires interrogation as soon as possible. You can either help me find them, or we can always turn our attention towards your business affairs. Your call, Anton.
So either I turn a blind eye, or you do. Fair enough. Very well. Let's be magnanimous and hope that you will be too. You will find your suspects in one of our warehouses. Go see the guards and tell them, he who profits will deserve honor. They will give you the keys. Business is business, and now that ours is done, I will trust in your discretion.
What do you think of our army?
You're a hard one to peg, rogue. Why would you care what I think? But sure, why not? Just a little friendly conversation. Abundance and its generals are like a once vibrant tree that has long since withered away. Its leaves dried up, but still clinging to the branches of memories stretching from the trunk of its faded but glorious past. Strangled by its own ancient and outmoded bureaucracy, all the while Aurora's strength blossoms from the aggressive dynamics of its youth. But I'm sure it will all work itself out in time. If not on the battlefield, then undoubtedly in offices like these, and of our dear Colonel Victor.
What's your opinion of Technomancers?
I'll try to tread lightly with this, Mancer. Unfortunately for Abundance, you're becoming relics, a dying breed, due to the disgraceful misuse of what could very well be one of its greatest, though misspent, assets. On the battlefield alone, for sure, the brute force of you Technomancers is unmatched. And when coupled with the fact that you're the keepers of terrestrial knowledge, it's a combination quite capable of reducing empires to faded memories, isn't it?
What do you know about the Resistance?
Enough to handle my own business unimpeded. We don't think that they are any danger. They're an occasional client when they're in need of weapons or explosives. Their biggest strength comes from how deeply underestimated they are. Ever stepped in a puddle that turned out to be a ditch? Not pleasant.
What about the ASC? What can you tell me?
Nothing you don't already need to know. Little happens that they don't see or hear, and their colonel's control over Abundance grows with each passing day. I'm not telling you anything else for free.
What's the deal with the mutant pen?
Well, well. Aren't we just the little inquisitive student today? So eager to learn, so full of questions. Even for mutants, it's unbearably inhuman. Piled into a pen in conditions that I guarantee will, in time, foster revolt. Despite what some profess, they're far from mindless. And thought-fueled with rage is a dangerous, dangerous little thing.
What's the word on the curiosities?
It'd be a nice place if you could scrub away the filth and grime and trash. and somehow diffuse the tensions between the anarchist ASC spies and members of our family that boil over. Other than that, though, a charming place. Seriously, though, the hodgepodge of personalities can run their streets with more blood than those arena brawls they're so fond of, which, I'd imagine, would revel in a Mancer brawler, if you ever wanted to try your hand.
What can you tell me about the exchange?
Lovely place, and the only neighborhood open to outcast merchants in business of all kinds. I'd live there permanently in a heartbeat, if it wasn't for the stranglehold of surveillance that suffocates its streets like a well-placed pillow.
How acquainted are you with the slums?
Well acquainted, as I'm sure you are as well, am I right? You've come a long way from your roots among those pickpockets and thieves who give those streets their dirty little charm. But for those willing to work hard enough to ascend from that filth, there's opportunity to rise, even to the esteemed and glorious heights of a Technomancer, I hear.
What do you know about the underworks?
A labyrinth of tunnels infested with filthy little beasts. And unless you're simply looking for a place to escape from the lovingly prying eyes of our motherland, it's more just a place of transit and storage than one where you'd want to plant your roots or even rest your head, unless you're looking to lose it.
I gotta